Hello everyone and welcome to a Mega Man Zero and ZX Legacy Collection update as well as Tokyo Game Show news. Okay, so Tokyo Game Show just happened and there wasn't a whole lot coming out of it in terms of new stuff, but we did get a lot of new details on existing things and a couple of Japanese exclusive things that are nevertheless pretty cool. Let's start with the main game that they were promoting at the show, Mega Man Zero and ZX Legacy Collection. Yeah, they went hard on promoting this game at the show, which they should, since they just announced it right before the show. As part of that, we got new details on the Z Chaser mode that was created just for the collection. In case you missed our previous coverage, Z Chaser mode is pretty much a speedrun racing mode. It's you versus another player as you race against the clock and try to beat each other's record time. In the new trailer that was released at Tokyo Game Show, we got to see more details such as the modes that you will be able to expect. First is Single Chaser, which is your single player mode where you will be racing against a CPU opponent. There are 5 difficulty levels, B, A, S, Z, and double Z. Obviously, as you go up the rank, the CPU is going to be way harder. And in an interview with 4Gamer, Mega Man series producer Kazuhiro Tsuchiya mentioned that for the higher ranks for the difficulty levels, Capcom employees had practiced the game for 2 months straight to figure out all the strats and best ways to quickly clear each level. So you'll be up against some fierce competition when you play against the higher level CPUs. You're pretty much racing against Capcom staff themselves. There are 12 stages in total, which would make it about 2 stages per game, seeing as there are 6 games in the collection. I don't know if that only applies to Single Chaser mode, or if that's the only stages you can actually play in Z Chaser mode. I'm hoping it's not just 12 stages, because I'm sure there are a lot more stages than that are speedrun friendly in the games. But then we have Double Chaser mode, and this is your multiplayer mode. Except it's not online, unfortunately. Double Chaser mode is intended for local play on one console with a friend. You can go head to head with people on one screen, and that's why they have the 2 screens up at once during Z Chaser modes, because it's you and it's the other person playing, or at least your opponent that you're racing against. Which is definitely very nice and makes a lot of sense for the mode. But let's be honest, how many of us has a real life friend lying around that wants to play Mega Man Zero or ZX with us? Yeah, probably not a lot. So an online mode would have been nice, but I suppose that's what the next mode, World Record Chaser, is for. In this mode, you pretty much look at a leaderboard and you can download top ranked replay data from players across the globe and then challenge their best time. So you're not racing against someone live online, you're just downloading their replay pretty much and then racing against that. It would have been nice if you could race against people live over the internet, but then again I could see why that might be a problem, since when you're playing online, latency is always a thing. And since you're trying to connect 2 different games at once, it might be hard to sync that up. But I would at least like to see them try. For now though, it doesn't look like that won't be in the game, but you can at least download top scores to race against. So that would be a useful tool for people that are serious about speedrunning the Zero and ZX game. It'll definitely be a way for people to learn some speedrunning strats, that's for sure. And like I've always said, watching a Zero and ZX game speedrun is a beautiful sight to behold. Those games look smooth in a speedrun done by a skilled player. So this mode could be pretty fun. Now this wasn't in the trailer, but there was some live gameplay of Z Chaser mode that was shown off at the stage show at Tokyo Game Show. And they showed some extra options. For example, if you're playing by yourself, you can change the screen to single screen mode. That way you don't have to actually watch your opponent playing. You can just focus on your side. So that's a neat option. Other than that, that's pretty much Z Chaser mode in a nutshell. So let's move on to the next piece of news that was at the stage show. And it's the TEAM SHACHI and Mega Man collaboration. Like we reported on before, it's for a new musical single by TEAM SHACHI titled Rocket Queen. But it's not only just a song, this collaboration also features a game that you can play on your mobile devices. Now it's not a full game mind you, but it's a nice little mini game which we will show off in another video at some point. But in this game, not only Mega Man, Proto Man, and Roll are old robots now, but the Mega Man 2 Robot Masters are old robots now too. And just look at these descriptions. Gosh, poor Heatman though. What happened to you guys? It's just hilarious that there's so much funny lore put into this, and the fact that Capcom even greenlit something like this. It's a lot of fun all around. So if you want to check that out, there will be a link in the description below to play the game and check out the descriptions. Do note that you will need a smartphone running iOS 10 or Android version 8 or above, or you will need the web browsers Chrome or Safari to actually run the game. I do like some of these special weapons though. The chicken wing shield, the Shachi drone. Oh yeah, now that is some top tier special weapons. The last thing that was announced at the stage show was a prototype of the artwork that will be featured on the Rockman and Rockman X 5-in-1 special box. It's a new design featuring Rockman and X's internal schematics, which is drawn by Ryuji Higurashi and Keisuke Mizuno, the X series artist. Looking pretty good and can't wait to see the final product. And in case you missed our last update, yes, it's true, Mega Man 11 producer Kazuhiro Tsuchiya has gotten a promotion to overall Mega Man series producer, pretty much taking over Keiji Inafune's former role as head of the Mega Man franchise. Like I said before, I'm happy he got it, because I do think he deserves it. He's done a great job of reviving the Mega Man brand, and he seems to care about everyone's needs, because he's been saying that there's no such thing as a Mega Man spin-off to him. Every series is its own main series, and when someone thinks about Mega Man, it's probably going to be someone different. So he definitely wants to cater to everyone, and nothing is off the table. He also has a grand plan to keep making new Mega Man games for the next 10 to 20 years, he's been saying. So he's definitely serious about the brand, and I'm happy for it. And not to mention, he's been around for a long time, since Mega Man 5. That was his first game, and he's been with the series ever since then. So yeah, glad to have Mr. Tsuchiya on board. Congrats, sir. Now, one more thing that was announced during Tokyo Game Show is a Rockman Live 2020 concert. This is a set of 4 concerts that will be happening in, you guessed it, 2020 in Tokyo and Osaka. So this is very much a Japanese exclusive thing, so I don't know if we'll ever get to have it here outside of Japan, but nevertheless, this Rockman Live concert will feature music from Mega Man 2, interestingly enough, Mega Man Battle Network, and of course, since they're promoting it, Mega Man 0 and ZX Legacy Collection. We don't know the full set list for the songs just yet, but we can expect songs from those games. The concert will be taking place at Tokyo at the Shinagawa Intercity Hall and Conference on January 4th at 17:30 and January 5th at 12:30. Additional concerts will be held at Osaka at the Cool Japan Park Osaka TT Hall on January 18th at 12 and the same day at 17 hours. Also, you can see the band members here. They are actually the same people that worked on the Rockman 30th Anniversary Live concerts last year. So yeah, it seems like the Mega Man concert thing will be a regular thing, at least for new releases. Pretty nice. Ticket pre-sales will be available from September 27th. Of course, you have to be in Japan to actually attend these events, but go nuts. I'll have a link to that in the description below. Apparently, Capcom is also forming a new music band called the Capcom New Band, which is a tentative name. It's formed by members of the Capcom Sound Room, so we may hear more about that in the future. There will also be some new Mega Man merchandise as usual at these concerts, such as this neat little wireless speaker featuring Rockman 2, Rockman EXE, and Rockman 0 and ZX Double Hero Collection. Pretty nice. The last thing on our list then is that Amazon has outed the existence of the Robot Master Field Guide, the updated edition. Yeah, this book has already been out for a long time now, I even have a copy myself, but this updated version will feature additional profiles for the Mega Man 11 Robot Masters, so that's pretty cool. UDON has definitely been on a reprinting spree lately with all the art books and now this Robot Master Field Guide. And if you want to pre-order this latest one, you can do that through Amazon through the link in the description. Incidentally, the author of this book is none other than our good friend LBD Night Train from the Mega Man Network, who we have had on the show quite a few times now. And in regards to this Robot Master Field Guide Updated Edition, he says, and I quote, "The Robot Masters from Mega Man 11 aren't the only change made to this version of the book. Besides a few edits to clean up things from the previous edition, several existing entries have also been revised to include new information as well." As for what that could be, probably additional information for existing Robot Masters, but there was also those couple pages featuring X and Zero from the Mega Man X series that really didn't have much information on them since it was supposed to be a fun little tease, so maybe that could be updated now as well. But other than that, there's your little tease from the author himself. And with that, that does it for this general news update for both Mega Man Zero and ZX Legacy Collection and Mega Man in general. If you want some more news, we just put out a video talking about the new Mega Man game that is now in development, as reconfirmed by Kazuhiro Tsuchiya himself. So check that out if you want to, and thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay tuned for all things Mega Man on ShadowRockZX. Until next time, rock on. Have a great day!